The second discussion that we have in our belief system about the Mahdi, did the Prophet ﷺ make any references to the Mahdi? The Quran does make references, but in general terms. It doesn't say the word Mahdi, but it refers to his era. Is there anything from the Prophet ﷺ about the Mahdi? There's one narration in Musnad Ahmad ibn Hanbal, the leader of the Hanbali school of thought. This is a hadith which he narrates from the Prophet ﷺ. In this hadith, the Prophet says, لو لم يبق من الدنيا إلا يوم واحد. If from this world there only remains one day, and then the day of judgment is supposed to happen after that. Imagine the day of judgment is, what's today? Thursday. Imagine the day of judgment is supposed to be Saturday. So tomorrow is the last day of the earth. The Prophet says, if there remains from this earth only one day, لَطَوَّلَ اللَّهُ ذَلِكَ الْيَوْمِ, Allah would prolong that day حَتَّى يَخْرُجَ رَجُلٌ مِّن وُلْدِي, until a man from my progeny, from my descendants will emerge, will come out, فَيَمْلَأُهَا عَدْلًا وَقِسْطًا كَمَا مُلِئَتْ ظُلْمًا وَجَوْرًا, and he will fill the earth with equity and justice. This hadith in Musnad Ahmad ibn Hanbal, and this man is of course the Mahdi. So it's a necessity. The Prophet is saying, if one day remains and the Mahdi has not come out yet, Allah will make sure that in that last day the Mahdi will come out. This is just an Arabic way of saying this is a must. The Mahdi is a must. Do you know how many hadiths we have about the Mahdi in Sunni and Shia literature and sources? Can anyone guess? 120.
6,000.
Hundreds.
Maybe there are 6,000, the Prophet said, but what we have in our books is about 4,000 hadiths. We have 4,000 hadiths about the Mahdi. Give me any topic in Islam that has 4,000 hadiths. What? Other than maybe the oneness of Allah, right? Or something like that. 4,000 hadiths about the Mahdi. What does that tell you? The significance of this issue. Today, when you look at the world's 1.7, 1.8 billion Muslims, do you see this being reflected in their lives? 4,000 hadiths about a subject, 4,000. I don't think Salah, Hajj, you have 4,000 hadiths. You don't have that many. I don't think there's a topic in Islam that has 4,000 hadiths. 4,000, that's a lot. About the Mahdi and the different dimensions of the Mahdi. So we have many hadiths. I'm just sharing with you some of them. Another narration, Abu Dawood narrates in his book, in his Sunan Abi Dawood, from Salama, the wife of the Prophet ﷺ. Now, who is this Mahdi? The Prophet says, okay, he's from my progeny. I'll narrow it down a little bit. Al-Mahdiyu min itrati min wuldi Fatima. The Mahdi is from my progeny, from the sons of Fatima alayhi salam. Now, the Prophet ﷺ is narrowing it down for us. We have hadiths in Bukhari, in Muslim, in Ibn Majah, that when the Mahdi comes out, he will be rejoined by Isa alayhi salam, and he will lead the prayer in Jerusalem when Isa comes down. He will lead him in prayer. This is in Bukhari. Bukhari says, كيف بكم إذا نزل فيكم المسيح ابن مريم وإمامكم منكم. The Prophet is telling the Muslims, how do you feel if Jesus, the son of Mary, descends, but the Imam, the leader, is from you, he's from the Muslims. وإمامكم منكم. And the Prophet has explained that he is from the line of Fatima alayhi salam. We have many Sunni scholars, by the way, that have written about the Mahdi. They've written books, not just narrated hadiths. Many Sunni scholars throughout history have written books. They've done research about the Mahdi. So this is not a Shia belief. Today, the minute you say Imam al-Mahdi, the Mahdi, these kafir Shias, these heretics, these rawafid, I don't know what they call us. It's not a Shia belief. It's an Islamic belief that has 4,000 hadiths. It's in the Sahih. But how many times have you heard their speakers today, their authors today, mentioning the Mahdi. Honestly, if you go to any Friday sermon in a non-Shia masjid, do you hear anything about the Mahdi? Why? Isn't it in your books? So did the Prophet, why did he waste time talking about the Mahdi just so you just hear it once in your lifetime and that's it? 4,000 hadiths. SubhanAllah, you see how they've neglected Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
See, there's a mention of the Mahdi in the modern Sunni scholar in Africa, especially in Sudan. There was a revolution, modern day revolution, Thawrat al-Mahdi. But they have a twist which is different than they twisted it.
They've twisted that, yes.
They have al-Mahdi that led that revolution. He has his followers. He has 4 followers, which is similar to Khilafah. They look at it like Prophet Muhammad and his 4 Khalifas, and they fought the British with that kind of revolution. And so they have a...
They do. Many Sunnis do have that, yes. By the way, later on, we will discuss the imposters who claimed to have links to the Mahdi. We'll examine some of them, for example, the Baha'is or the Babis, because that's how it started. They claimed to be the Mahdi and then they started their own religion. We'll talk about how some have taken advantage of the concept of the Mahdi. But today you really see the Prophet, okay, there are 3,000-4,000 hadiths about the Mahdi. The average Muslim today doesn't care who this Mahdi is. Is it possible that the Prophet spoke about him so much, but he didn't care to tell us who was he, when he would be born? Why is it that the Ummah has neglected these questions? That's something for them to consider.